of watching videos about femininity, and it's literally all centered around manners and class and da-da-da. Don't get me wrong, those things are important, but can we talk about some other things? Can we talk about the divine part of feminine energy? Because a lot of y'all like to just say feminine energy, goddess energy, and are not even daring to speak about what that really truly means. I wanted to make this video to explain to you guys from my perspective what the divine feminine is and what it represents, and how you can awaken your inner goddess, and how you can step into your own divine feminine energy and essence. So if you like this video, you like this type of topic, this is my first episode of Moondays, where every single Monday we're going to talk about feminine topics, okay, and not just any type of feminine topics, but divine feminine topics, so that you guys can awaken your inner goddess. If you're excited about this, please thumbs up this video. Give me a comment down below on video ideas so you can get inspired about this series. But let's get into it, girl. Let's jump into these tips on how to activate your divine feminine energy. Period. And before I start, make sure that you guys check out my beautiful crystal shop, where I sell natural crystal jewelry, crystals themselves, and even clothing. These are my black onyx earrings that I'm currently wearing. They are literally one of my favorites. But yeah, let's get into this video right now. We live in a society where the feminine energy is not really respected or on the same level as masculine energy. This is a very masculine, dominant, and oriented society. We gotta work hard, we gotta do things, and we gotta make it happen, and we gotta be logical. But when it comes to feelings, emotions, intuition, art, creativity, sexuality, sensuality, we are a little bit messed up, okay? We don't understand what's going on. So therefore, that's why I want to talk to you guys about the divine part of feminine energy. Many women feel disconnected to their feminine energy. We automatically assume that femininity equals weakness, which is like a whole lie. False. Get it out of your mind, because girl, that is going to ruin you for being able to live an actually luscious and delicious life. When I speak about feminine energy, I'm not just talking about like manners and class and how to attract a man, those classic videos that you see on YouTube. What I'm talking about is the divine part of feminine energy, and the understanding that each and every one of us holds a big old goddess within there that is really screaming to be released, so that you can live the life that you truly want. I mean, how many times are we going to accept the same sucky relationships, the same mentality? It's trash. It's tragic. How long are we going to accept every single month our bank account going on red because we don't know what's going on with our finances? Like, this is what I'm talking about, people. When you are in your divine feminine energy, you are in connection with your magnetism, and that just doesn't stop at the opposite sex or the same sex in general. It also is talking about being able to attract whatever you want towards you, whether it be physical, mental, spiritual, whatever. You are the center of attraction and magnetism and reception to whatever you want. And that is the power of feminine energy. It's not only about masculine energy, in which we give, and we do, but we're not just working on this hamster wheel. We're actually receiving stuff in life, and we're able to enjoy life. We're able to relax and do a bunch of great, amazing things. But how do we get there? How do we get to the place where we actually tap into our divine feminine energy and essence, so you feel good about yourself and you know who you are, and you're never gonna second guess your body or your worth, because you're a goddess, like, period. When I speak about divine feminine energy, because divinity is associated with godliness, holiness, okay? Spirit. I'm talking about creation, intuition, community, sensuality, sexuality, and value. Let's start with the first pillar. When it comes to creation, I'm talking about the literal creative force that lives within every single woman. Obvious, this is womb energy. This is big womb energy. We literally are able to create life in this world. That doesn't just stop at the, physical level of being able to create babies here on earth, but we can literally create anything we want with our womb energy, because the womb energy is where we hold things and store things and birth things out into this world. And on a spiritual level, on an energetic level, that doesn't just stop at, babies. This is about literally being able to create anything that we want and being able to see it happen. Every inventor has a good amount of feminine energy within them because they have to be able to believe in something that they can't see and then pour enough energy into it to birth it out into this world. So you have to kind of take action on these things, but at the same time, you're still in tune with your feminine energy, so you're creative and you think of a lot of beautiful creative ideas. And that is the secret of creation that every person knows when they tap into their feminine energy. This is tapping into your creative abilities. And when I talk about creation, I'm talking about the sacral chakra, which is literally right here in your womb space. The sacral chakra is orange, is associated with water, flow, fluidity, creativity, fun, sexuality, sensuality, and it is literally the center of fun in your body. When your sacral chakra is out of alignment, it's usually out of alignment because your root, which is right below your sacral, is your foundation and it's your center of survival. So when you are constantly living in survival mode, you don't have enough money, you're in constant anxiety, you don't feel safe, you don't feel secure in yourself, you don't feel safe in your surroundings, you are constantly tweaking about life, you're like just a natural tweaker. We are pulling away from our sacral chakra energy, which is right above, so we're pulling it and draining it out, and that sacral chakra is our center of magnetism. So when you're kind of pulling away from your sacral chakra energy and you're not having fun, you're not experiencing pleasure, you're not attracting luscious relationships, you're not creating the life that you want, you're not attracting the money that you want, you end up getting depleted. And this is what a lot of women end up doing, because the sacral chakra is one of the biggest chakras dealing with our feminine energy. Sex is literally creative, and the sacral chakra deals with sex. And I know we have this really misconstrued relationship with our sexuality. We're going to talk about that when I talk about the sexuality and sensuality part of this. But literally, sex is creation, right? And as women, we are naturally very creative beings, but we live in this society that tells us creativity is just kind of something we shouldn't pay attention to. For so long, they used to like take money in the public schools out of like the creative arts programs because they're not important. You know, sports comes first, masculine energy comes first. But beauty and art is something that is essential to that feminine self-expression and energy that is asking to be expressed. So if you want to activate your magnetism, which is your sacral chakra energy, I said this in my course that I have about awakening your inner goddess. Check it out down below in the description box. We're about to do a reboot. You got to activate your creative energy. So you need to do stuff that is creative. You need to draw something, paint something, okay, create something on your computer, do photography, get creative and stuff like that, because the more that you do that, the more that you activate that sacral chakra energy, furthermore increases your magnetism and also increases the connection that you have with your divine femininity. The second thing you can do to activate your divine feminine energy when we talk about creation, you can do this by drinking a lot of water. I know it sounds like, what do you mean drinking a lot of water? Like, what are you talking about? But girl, wealth is health and health is beauty. So the more that you take care of your body, you take care of your health. So water is a part of this process. The more water that you drink, the more hydrated that you are, the more your skin glows. But on a deeper metaphysical level, water is associated with that sacral chakra energy, and water is feminine energy. It flows, it moves, it dances, it goes with the flow. Money goes with the flow too. That's why we call it cash flow. So therefore, if you want to be a magnet to the things that you want in life, you want to be that feminine receptive person, then you gotta flow. You gotta drink the water. You need to bathe in water, okay? You need to take spiritual baths sometimes. You need to drink water, and I like to do this thing where I drink water and I imagine it going straight down to my womb space area so I can activate that sacral chakra energy within me. And speaking of what, you see what I'm actually doing? I'm doing a little dance. Hip wiggles, okay? Hip wiggles, shimmies, twerking, dancing. This is also a way to activate the sacral chakra energy. Coming from a girl that's been stiff for a while. Because I wasn't confident in myself and my movement. But getting into dancing and flowing and moving and yoga and all these things, it's deeper than just like, you know, being able to move your body. It's really being able to appreciate your body, having a strong mind-body connection. You feel your body, you're in tune with your body, you let your body just flow, you're flexible, okay? You go with the flow when it comes to life, you're not worried, you're not tripping, and that's how you naturally activate this energy within you. Dance is so healing, y'all. I'm I'm trying to tell you. Energy gets so trapped in our bodies. So when we move our bodies without judgment, without feeling like we look bad or look weird, this is actually being able to release so much stuff that is causing our feminine energy to be dwindled down into nothingness. So definitely, if you want to get in tune with your creativity, activate that sacral chakra, and that is activating that feminine energy, period. So the second pillar is intuition. Now, a lot of people hear intuition, and you know, we always hear, always trust a mother's intuition. And then on the other hand, we get that you can't really rely on your intuition. You have to rely on the facts, the cold, hard evidence. And if it's not proven, then you can't trust it. And that's kind of the society that we've been living in, because y'all been twisted up into thinking that you are not powerful beings. But anyway, that's another story. We get taught to not trust our intuition, but by doing that, what we're really saying to ourselves is that we don't trust ourselves. Especially as women, we naturally are connected to that moon energy, which is our subconscious, which is our intuition. It is our feelings and emotion. It's how we know what's going on before we know what's going on, but we know what's going on. We have to trust that intuition. We have to develop that intuition. This is also our psychic ability. I know people get kind of like, I don't know about that psychic stuff, but listen, everyone's psychic. Comment down below right now if you've ever experienced a prophetic dream, in the sense that you had a dream that something was going to happen and then it happened. This is your intuition speaking loud and clear, and you are not like, stop second guessing your intuition, because the more that you second guess your intuition, the more that you're second guessing yourself and your divine feminine energy and power. Sweetie, listen, activate that intuition. I made a whole video about how to do it and how to activate your psychic power, so I'll link it down below. So definitely check that video out. But the main thing that I want to tell you guys to do when it comes to this short video, we're talking about meditation. You want to meditate, whether you call it meditation, whether you call it prayer, whatever the case is. The more that you stand in silence sometimes and you just allow your thoughts to flow to you, allow your emotions to flow to you without any distractions, this is going to make that voice in the back of your head even louder, that knows the wisdom that you need to hear in any given moment, because God is not this externalized white man that's out here in the clouds somewhere. Guess what? God is in our hearts, right? That's what they tell us in the religions. God is in our hearts. On this journey, what I've experienced, the more that you walk on this path, you realize that, you know, this goddess is within you, okay? You connect to God, not going outside of yourself, but going inside of yourself. And when you connect to God, when you connect to the divine, the universe, whatever you like to call it, you get connected to your innate wisdom. They have taught us to not trust our wisdom. Why do you think that when we look into the religious churches and establishments, we see no women preachers or priests? Barely. Why do you think when we talk about spiritual gurus, you cannot name a spiritual woman who is a guru as well? We have been taught that as women, our intuition is weak, it's silly, and we should never look into it. But this is your key to awaken your inner goddess. So, ooh, yes, somebody agrees. Step into your power, my love. That inner voice that knows all is waiting for you to listen, babe. And you do that by meditating. We are naturally intuitive, but we're all trained not to listen. And meditation is going to allow you to get closer in line with that innate wisdom that we all have within us. Studies show that after 6 to 9 months, those who were prone to having anxiety had significantly lessened their anxiety after meditating on a daily basis. Meditation can reduce the likelihood of being in the hospital for heart disease by 87%. Meditation relieves symptoms of insomnia 75% of the time. Meditation can reduce PMS symptoms by 57%. Practicing meditation can have positive effects when it comes to treating lower back issues. And it's funny how all of these things, your heart chakra, your back, your root chakra, your center of foundation, and then your heart, your center of emotions, is what really leads to a lot of anxiety. But the more that we meditate and get in tune with our own energy and wisdom, the more that you can see these symptoms of these negative impacts of these things releasing and relieving itself. This is why they don't want you to trust your intuition. This is why they don't want you to go within, because this society feeds off of you having an unhealthy balance in your mind and body. So you can throw pills down your stomach, spend all all this money on treatments that are not going to work for your chronic issues and die being depressed and unhappy. Sorry, that was a little much, but I'm just saying, guys, meditate more. And also understand that your intuition is going to speak to you in a lot of different ways. This is that real information that you're not going to really hear on these type of videos, y'all. Your intuition is going to speak to you through clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, where you just know, clairvoyance, where you see vision, clairempathy, where you just feel things. We all are going to perceive intuition in different ways. So keep that in mind as well. And secondly and lastly, if you naturally want to be in alignment with your intuition, then you need to heal your body. So eating healthier. I'm not telling y'all to go vegan or anything, but what I am saying is be mindful of the things that you're putting into your body on a daily basis. Eat more fruits and vegetables. That is naturally going to bring you more in alignment with your intuition. Third pillar, community. Everyone repeat after me. Women are my community and they are not my competition. Women are my community and are not my competition. Women are my sisters and not my enemies. We are not in competition with each other. We are sisters. We are a collective coven. We are a collective sisterhood. Stop being against each other, y'all. That is divine feminine energy. Patriarchal society has convinced us that we have to be in a constant competition with each other because there's not more to all go around. But we live in an abundant universe. We live in a huge, expansive, abundant universe in space that never freaking ends, allegedly. And we think that there's not enough room for every woman to be living her best life. No, sis. We can all live our best lives. We don't have to be jealous of one another. We don't have to be in this constant competition. There is more to go around, and that is divine feminine energy. You're not throwing other women under the bus. You are sharing your love with other women, your wisdom with other women, and understanding that another woman's success is not your downfall. Another woman's success is not evidence of your failure. It's evidence that you can do it as well. So that is what we're talking about when we talk about community. Other women are not our competition. They are our inspiration. When you can walk in your own confidence and you don't have to second guess yourself when you see another woman shining, but you can be like, go off, sis. That's when you know you are activating your divine feminine energy because you are expansive yourself. 4, we're talking about sensuality. So when we talk about sensuality, we are talking about tapping into the 5 senses for the sake of pleasure. Because you see, when we are enamored, we are involved with our 5 senses and we are treating ourselves to delicious experiences that will activate those 5 senses in beautiful ways. We are bringing color to our life. We are bringing color to ourselves, and we are just being able to lift up the world around us. So you want to think about pleasing your 5 senses as much as possible, because this is going to activate your feminine energy and just overall just improve and uplift your overall quality of life. Because the more that you increase your sensitivity, the more that you're going to be able to enjoy life. So how do you do this? What are you smelling? Okay, what are you smelling on a daily basis? Does your room smell good? Are you putting some essential oils in the aromatherapy mix? Are you having a candle going that smells good to you? Are you going to the store and smelling good smells on a daily basis? Does your body smell good? Are you using lotion or oils that make your skin shine and smell good? Does your hair smell good? Smells. Are you smelling good food on a daily basis? Are you tasting with your tasting senses? Are you tasting good food on a daily basis? Can you taste the fine things in life? And if you can't afford that right now, are you cooking things? Are you trying to cook things and trying to smell good smells? I'm not a cooker all the time, but when I do cook, I do realize wow, this is really amazing. Creating something and smelling something and eating and tasting something is just a delicious, luxurious experience when you really think about it. Bring more flavor into your life. What are you listening to? What music are you listening to? When you're sitting down doing yoga or just reading a book or just doing whatever you do on a daily basis, listen to good music and really tap into that music. Listen to the bass. Listen to all the little details of the song. Just activate your senses. This is going to literally activate your feminine energy and increase your overall quality of life, sis. And also don't forget about touch. Touching is so important. It's said that as humans, we literally need touch and socialization to survive. So you want to touch things, okay? Is your bed soft? Are you wearing fabrics that make your body feel good? Okay, are you getting massages sometimes? Like, whether you get your friend to massage you or you go to a massage envy girl, so some masseuse, whatever the case is, touch your body, touch yourself, okay? And really get in tune with your energy, sis. Period. And when we talk about sexuality, we're talking about really not only seeing our sexuality as this form, that as this thing that is going to satisfy the male gaze, but also as this thing that is going to help us be more connected to our divinity. And I know when I say that, people usually look at me crazy, like, what do you mean that your divinity, your connection with God gets activated when you kind of have a more spiritual perspective when it comes to your sexuality? Tantra says, understanding that your sexuality is literal magic. You can literally create life in this world. And obviously, we're not all out here having sex just to create babies and stuff out here, but we can make love and have sex just to express our sexual energy. Having a good relationship to your own like sexual energy is important to your overall sense of confidence. I definitely would advise you to self-pleasure, and I will make a whole video about that later, but it's not just talking about it from a mundane perspective, but really getting into your body, appreciating your body, loving your body, feeling good in your own skin, and really understanding that your pleasure is worth it. So no more fake orgasms and like not really saying what you want and what you desire. No. A divine feminine goddess knows her worth. A divine feminine goddess understands that her sexuality and her pleasure is important. So I'll make a whole other video about that later because that's a lot to unpack. But yeah, y'all, understand, reframe your mind and understand that your sexuality is literally your divinity. Like, you are a creative force in this life right here, right now. And connecting with that creative force means being able to manifest whatever you want and creating that in your life. We're just natural artists. Like, this is our world and we can create whatever we want in it, whatever we want with it. It's like we have this magical pencil just in our hand, and that's our sexual energy, y'all. The deeper meaning of our sexual energy. So the last thing that you can do to activate your feminine energy is to understand your value. What is value? Value is strongly connected to worthiness. A lot of women walk around here and we don't feel worthy of good things. We can say to ourselves, I deserve this type of man, and I deserve this type of life. I deserve this amount of money. I deserve to be like this. But do we really feel that way? Because everything in front of us is a reflection of our subconscious beliefs and experiences. Our subconscious beliefs, we're not conscious about them. So we don't necessarily know that when our dad left us when we were 12 years old, that we took in a subconscious belief. Sorry, but I'm just saying our subconscious beliefs and experiences get implanted in our brain too, so far, so deep that we don't even understand that we have this unhealthy relationship to our worthiness. Tapping into your divine feminine energy means tapping into this innate sense of worthiness and understanding that you are a valuable person. Your life matters. Your energy matters. You have a purpose, sis, and you are connected to this on a daily basis, and you affirm this on a daily basis. I am a valuable person. I am worthy of all that I want and desire. I am worthy of a lot of money. I am worthy of financial security. I am worthy of a delicious, lovely, sexual, pleasurable, amazing, sweet, kind relationship. I am worthy of success. I am worthy of everything that I desire. When you constantly affirm this on a daily basis and you make a practice to do so, this is how you activate your divine feminine energy, because you realize that you're not just this little weak human being and just out here living life and you have to beg for everything. No, you realize that you are the center of attraction and magnetism, and you can have whatever you desire because you deserve it, because you are breathing, sis. Period. If you want to learn more about this topic and dive deeper on this topic, which I do, and you want to get the spiritual perspective on this topic specifically as well, definitely check out my Awaken Your Inner Goddess course. And like I said before, we've gotten a lot of good feedback and stuff, but I've learned a lot over the past like several months or so taking classes and doing things. I want to reboot the course, and we're going to do it. It's going to be even better. We got yoga in there. We got so many things that are going to be in the Divine Goddess course that's coming out again. So if you want to get notified as soon as these classes classes and these courses are going to be available, definitely check out my description box down below and we can dive into it. But yeah, I appreciate you so much and love you so much. If you want more videos like this, please let me know in the comment sections down below, and I'll see you later. Bye now.